Ben Laube with Ben Laube Homes, brokered by EXP Realty. I'm here with Miss Erika. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Another one of our superstar team members on the Ben Laube Homes team. Wanted to sit down with you and tell the world a little bit more about you.
Sure.
So let's start off. Where are you originally from?
I am originally from New York. Upstate New York is called Rockland County. Nice little beautiful community. I arrived to Florida a year and a half ago.
Yeah. What brought you down?
My family.
Not the snow?
Not the snow. I wanted to give them a better life, especially my children. I wanted them to have more of a different type of upcoming that I had because I was also raised in Dominican Republic.
Oh, wow. Very cool. So that leads me to wonder, I'm sure a lot of other people, what makes Florida or Central Florida specifically better for raising children than New York?
Comfortability, the weather has a lot to do with it. Don't get me wrong, the southerly aspect of being more friendly. Let's put it that way.
Yeah?
Yes.
That southern charm?
That southern charm that got my children right away. They even felt completely different.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, this man said hi to me. He said good morning. And I was like, oh, that's pretty good. That's good.
Yeah.
So just being able to socialize more.
They don't do that in New York?
They do, but to a point.
Yeah.
You know, you say the wrong thing, something can happen.
Well, I would never live in snow, so that's why I would never move there. But that's awesome. So you've been here for quite a bit. Moved the whole family down. You started your real estate career in Florida. So what led you to make that decision to switch to real estate?
The comfortability and being able to be with my children.
Okay.
I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to be able to schedule any type of showings or anything like that, even a conversation with a client, but still have the opportunity to spend quality time with my family.
Yeah, balancing the role of supermom and realtor at the same time with total control over it. Yeah, rather than having to work just a normal job and having, no control over a schedule, essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what experience did you have in New York, or what were you doing prior to real estate?
Prior to real estate, I was a director of recreation for an adult daycare and also an assisted living memory care unit.
Wow. So you have a lot of patience.
A lot. A lot of patience.
And obviously that translates to like customer service too.
Yes, and also sales.
Yeah, fantastic. And the when it comes to like the lifestyle of being a realtor, I know you're in your first early years of being an agent. What would you say is something that has been your biggest takeaway this year?
My biggest takeaway?
Yeah. Or like advice you would tell someone who might be getting interested in real estate? Like, what can they expect in their first few years? Or
try not to bring your self-esteem down, to be honest with you, because you have to have your mind set in a goal. Be mindful. Sometimes it takes 6 months to a year to do your first closing. Other people, it takes a little bit less. But don't focus on what others are doing. Focus on what you could do and your benefit in order to achieve that goal.
That's fantastic advice. That's awesome. I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head, especially because there's a lot of people, just as humans, we tend to compare ourselves to others, right? But I know I've had to remind team members before, like, you are different than the other agents on the team, whether it's what your goals are or how much time you're committed or what your outcome wants to be within being real estate. So just because someone's producing more or producing less doesn't mean you should compare yourself to them and be upset by that. Unless you're super competitive, then do it all day. Right?
Very true.
I remember when I first entered the business in my first few years, it was a huge struggle. And it was always one of those things. I would see the top producers in the office and I'd be like, they're closing at that time, 5 transactions a month. I'm like struggling to get one down. Like, why is this so hard for me, right? And then I had to remind myself that, well, one, they've obviously been in the business for 5 years or more, right? And I was just in year 2. And I also had to remind myself that they're 20 years older than me, right?
Yeah.
So they have that more experience and more connections. And so I think that's always a good reminder. And when it comes to like balancing that realtor life and supermom life? Like when you're not working besides family, what do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? Sometimes my husband and I have a little escape to the beach, and that's our little time for us. So that's my little fun time, because we're here by ourselves. My parents are not here, his parents are not here, so the little bit of help that we got in New York, we don't have it here. So we just take advantage here and there and, go to the pool, or especially the beach. We're beachheads, so that's our number one thing.
And you're slowly pulling down all the family.
Slowly but surely.
One family member at a time will be migrating to Florida.
Oh yes, especially my parents. They want to come.
And
Yeah, my younger sister's already here. She has a home in Haines City, so she's back and forth from New York and Haines City. So I'm only missing one more sister, and I already closed it into a house with one of my aunts.
Awesome. And the beach-wise, so you've been here for a year. So how many beaches have you been to? Do you have a favorite?
Been to Sarasota, Clearwater, Cocoa, and
New Smyrna.
Yes. So far my favorite, and Fort Lauderdale. So far my favorite has been in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah. That is the great.
Very, very beautiful.
Great beach town. My favorite's New Smyrna just because family. And so beach is great relaxation. When it comes to your goals for 2022, what's the goal from a real estate perspective? Is there a number of families you want to serve? Is there an amount of money you want to make? Is there how do you want to make your splash as we slowly get to close to 2022?
To be honest with you, to be able to accommodate more families, not only my own, but others that I also know that are interested to move. So my goal is for 2022, besides, hopefully in the future being debt free, but to be able to help those how I got helped to move here, to find that beautiful home, and to see how beautiful it is to live here and how enjoyable it is. So that's my goal.
I love that. You're like really selling the Florida lifestyle. So cool. Getting personal, if you were to travel anywhere else on a little vacation, what's the first destination you would go to that you haven't been to before?
I've never been to California.
Really?
Never, and I've always wanted to go there.
Would you go to North California for wine country first, or South California for Hollywood?
North first.
Yeah.
And then go down to south.
And did you do that whole, was it Pacific Highway Coast ride?
Yes.
Yes.
Just the whole journey of it.
Yeah. That would be a fun bucket list item. Cool. So they, what was, looping back to real estate, what was the one reason that brought you to EXP? That's the one thing we didn't cover.
Actually, it was one of our coworkers.
Yeah.
Miraris. I joined a previous team. There were certain little things that I wasn't too happy for it. So before I digged in more into it, being in the longer term with it, I spoke to Miraris. We went to school together in Clymer, real estate school. We started conversating, and she told me about you and about your team and how you were starting this whole, endeavor. I was trying to get the word. And she just told you to give me a call, and we started talking, and I said, he bought me. That's it. I'm transferring teams.
Sweet.
That was all.
And it's been a blast ever since.
Oh my God, yes it has. We have an awesome team. Everyone is great. Can't complain. And you're always there for me, so can't say nothing bad about that.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad you joined us and plugged in. So if you guys want to learn more about Erika, reach out. Or if you want to learn more about EXP or real estate in general. I mean, a lot of people always ask us, what is the day in the life of a realtor? Don't hesitate to reach out to Erika or myself, and we'd be happy to share more with you. So thank you for sitting on this lovely couch with me.
Anytime.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Bye.